So the preliminary Q&A goes this way. I have here 28 numbers inside this bowl or jar, and a candidate will have to pick a number, and I will have to read that question, that numbered question, on my cell phone. Okay? So I have prepared the questions. And may I call in candidate number 1 from Borongan City, Jade Cyril Tutor Afable. She's 23 years old, and she has finished the course BS in Business Administration, major in Financial Management. Good evening, Jade. Wait. Ang hirap nito, multitasking tayo. Okay. Good evening, Jade.
Good evening, sir.
Question number 22. Patay lobat. Chos. Okay, question number 22 goes this way. I will have to read the question twice. Ay, forward na lang tayo. Sige, forward. Sige. Kasi, okay. Kasya pa ba tayo sa framing? Or would it be better to stay there? Bang pataklian. Okay. Sige, updagak didibaying. Okay, your question. With the rising cost of electricity, alongside with its never-ending sudden outages, what message do you want to give to Isamelco? Again, with the rising cost of electricity, alongside with its never-ending sudden outages, what message do you want to give to Isamelco?
Good evening. Electricity has been a long cry to the local residents of Eastern Samar. Our livelihoods and commodities relies on our electricity. With discretion and respect, I would like to ask the people in authority to find a solution and possible resort to address this issue. And also, it is not always the government. I believe that the government has already been and look up to this issue. But as for me, as a beauty queen, I can only do so much. But I hope that I got to contribute to the best of my ability. Together with you, my Estehanons, thank you.
Thank you very much, candidate number 1 from Borongan City. Okay, please pass the mic. Candidate number 2 from Sulat, Thea Nicole Sumalio Paro. She's 19 years old, and she is a sophomore student taking up Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. Hi, Thea.
Hello, Eastern Samar. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Pick a number. Paki-open na lang.
It's number 7.
Number?
7. It's number 7.
7. Your question. Development has its underlying problems. Do you think Eastern Samar is ready and equipped to face such? Again, development has its underlying problems. Do you think Eastern Samar is ready and equipped to face such?
I believe that Eastern Samar is ready to face such development. You know, at the very first place, Eastern Samar came from actually at the very low level. In the year 2019, we are actually below the poverty line of 30%, but in the succeeding years, we are able to surpass 50%. Yes, we made it. Actually, we are not just rich in rich places, beautiful places, but we are also filled with brilliant people. And I guess with the help of this, we can face such development and we can have a brighter Eastern Samar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 2, Thea Paro from Sula. I love this audience. You're going to make me lose my voice. Next, we have candidate number 3 from Oras. Richelyn Martinez Calumpiano. She is 20 years old and she's taking hospitality management, a freshman student. Hi, Cheche.
Hello. Good evening po. Good evening, everyone.
Pick a number and open.
Number 10.
Number 10. Your question. This coming Christmas, what gift would you like to receive from who? Why? What gift are you going to give to who and why? Again, this Christmas, what gift would you like to receive from who and why? What gift are you going to give to who and why?
In this Christmas, the gift that I want to receive is a love from my father. Ever since I was a child, he's been away from me. And then when I grew up, he came back and stayed for good. And I am always craving for his love. And I am so happy that in this Christmas, he had the chance to give it to me. And the gift that I will give is that, of course, respect. I would like to give respect to my mother and to my father, giving me a life full of happiness and comfortable. And I believe that we should be proud of our parents because they've been taking care of us since we are babies. Thank you, everyone. Good evening.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 3. Next, we have Binibining number 4 from General MacArthur, Glendalyn Edlex. She's 22 years old and she is a graduate. She's studying still, Bachelor of Elementary Education. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Eastern Samar.
And open. Number 17. 17. Your question. Much has been said and done about the protection and preservation of our environment, yet the threat is still there. What efforts do you think should be intensified to have a very strong impact? Why? Again, much has been said and done about the protection and preservation of our environment, yet the threat is still there. What efforts do you think should be intensified to have a very strong impact? Why?
Thank you for that wonderful question. For me, I will start from myself first. In able to protect the environment, I will change even the small habits that may affect the environment in a negative way. And as a future educator, I will use my profession not only to teach my pupils how it is important to protect, preserve our environment, but I will show to them an environmentally conscious behavior. Because I believe that we are the caretakers of our environment and we have to protect, preserve, and promote what we have because it is a gift from God. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you so much. Okay lang. Let's do away with the stand. Nangangalimtan mga ikuhaon. Next, we have candidate Binibining number 5 from San Julian, Rosemary Diaz. She's 20 years old and she's a sophomore student taking up the course Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Number 6.
Number?
6.
Question number 6, another wonderful question. As a candidate tonight, which for you is more important, substance or form? Why? As a candidate tonight, which for you is more important, substance or form? Why?
I believe that the most important is the substance. We all know that a person is composed of substance. And for a person, and as a Binibini, I am composed of perseverance and passion for me to be able to influence and encourage other people to not just get out of their comfort zone, but also to be themselves. Because I believe that's why I am competing here in front of you, because I have the substance of being a Binibini, and that is courage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Up next, we have Binibini number 6 from Canave, Diana Grace L. Rivera. Good evening, Yan. She is a graduate of the course Bachelor of Secondary Education, right?
Yes, sir. It's number 8.
Number 8. Here's your question. Being a Marites is the Pinoy's favorite hobby. Why do you think people love to do Maritesing? Again, being a Marites is the Pinoy's favorite hobby. Why do you think people love to do Maritesing?
Thank you for that question. We all know that we are living in a society wherein we are already data-driven and technology advanced. And the word Marites, I believe that the people is having that conversation because they do not have things to do. In their available time, they spend it by talking to issues in our society. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Candidate number 6. Up next, we have candidate number 7 from Maydolong, Aliana Cristel Bustamante, 19 years old, and she's a grade 12 student, right?
Yes.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening. It's nice to see you all. It is surreal, but I'm happy that I'm part of the 57th founding anniversary of our province.
Pick a question and open it.
Number 20.
Okay. Here's your question. If there was one former president of this country you would like to be president again, who would he or she be? Why? If there was one former president of this country you would like to be president again, who would he or she be? Why?
It would be Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Why? It's because she is an economist. And we here in our province, we need an economic development. And that is who I idolize the most. Because in this province, we need to encourage investors, we need to attract the tourists in order for the local people to have a jobs. And in order to do that, as a result, we will have an economic development. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Maydolong. And for our last candidate for this first batch, we have Binibining number 9 from Hiporlos, Rachel Ogira. She's a fourth-year student taking up Bachelor of Science in Fisheries. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Number and open. '28, the last question. Your question: why is having an advocacy for contestants important these days in beauty and personality competitions like this one? Why is having an advocacy for contestants important these days for beauty and personality competitions like this one?
Thank you for that question. I have joined a lot of pageants, and having these learning experiences provided me a wider perspective of the pageantry world. With that, I have realized that as beauty queens, as contestants, we do not only discover ourselves, our purpose, our strength, but we are also persons who have purpose. We have a worthy cause beyond ourselves. As for me, since I am a Bachelor of Science in Fisheries student, I have always been a passionate advocate of aquatic environmental awareness. And that is why I am here tonight for that advocacy and for that purpose, because being able to practice sustainability, responsible fisheries, and sustainable tourism, we will be able to enhance the tourism industry of Eastern Samar in a world-class quality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, candidate number 9. Let's give a big round of applause for our first batch of Binibining for the preliminary Q&A. There is an alarming rate of heinous crimes happening the past months involving young people. What advice do you want to give to your fellow youth?
I think as a youth today, what I could give an advice to those alarming issues is that we should be careful enough in going out in our home, in our comfortable zones, because it's not easy. It's not normal today to go out when you're alone. It's not safe anymore. So if you're going out, it's easy to be with someone that you're comfortable with. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, candidate number 10. Up next, we have Binibining number 11 from San Policarpo, Jessamay Alianza, 23 years old, and she is taking up the course Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Hi, good evening. Can you move forward, please? Paki-open. Number? 18. 18, your question. The LGBTQA+ community have now made their presence felt in the community, strongly felt in the community in terms of their rights and existence. Why do you think they are increasing in numbers? Hindi naman nanganganak yan. The LGBTQA+ community have made their presence strongly felt and with their rights and their existence. Why do you think they are increasing in numbers?
I think we should be true to ourselves. I know that we people have our We have our rights to be true to ourselves, and we should treat others equal. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Candidate number 11. Next, we have candidate number 12 from Salcedo, Joey May Quirante. She's taking up the course Bachelor in Elementary Education, or she has finished the course. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Question number 12. Very common concern among young people in social media is their so-called aesthetic. For you, what is aesthetic and how does this define you as a person? Again, very common concern among young people in social media is their so-called aesthetic. For you, what is aesthetic and how does this define you as a person?
Thank you for the question. I believe that we are living in the new generation wherein we have discovered a lot of things. And I believe that aesthetic means being able to showcase our abilities, showcasing our beauty, and especially because in this generation, we are more confident in ourselves and to socialize with other people. And for me, an aesthetic person is being true to yourself, being able to show your compassion, your purpose, and to help other people, especially to those who are in needs. And as an aesthetic person, you should be a woman of purpose, a woman of substance, wherein you inspire and motivate others, and to give and have the sense of responsibility in promoting and in giving what is best for our nation and in preservation of our for our platforms that we are bringing. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have candidate number 13 from Balangkayan, Ariel Grace M. Abot. She is major in political science, a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences. Good evening.
Number 14, sir.
14.
Yes.
Question number 14. At this time, would you still recommend the wearing of face masks and the observation of physical distancing? Why? At this time, would you still recommend the wearing of face masks and observation of physical distancing? Why?
Thank you for that question, sir. As a student of legal education, I think that it is best to always adhere to the laws that are given to us by the state. And with that, since that it has been mandated through Executive Order number 3 series of 2002 that we are now mandated to be voluntary in terms of the wearing of face masks, I think that it's okay if you choose not to, but in order to secure yourselves and to ensure that you are safe, and if you want to be confident in interacting with others, then I think that you should wear face mask whenever you want to. Because I believe that a person who follows the law is a person who is worthy to be looked up on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Neil, paki-google nga yung Republic Act.
GMG.
Paki-google, please. Nosebleed. Binibining number 14 from Hernani, Anyana Rose Borja. She's 19 years old and she is a third-year student taking up the course Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Number 2.
Question number 2. Would you want to be a social media influencer? If ever, what kind of an influencer? Why? Would you want to be a social media influencer? What kind of an influencer? Why?
Eastern Samar has a diverse region where beaches, rock formations, and falls located. Being a tourism management student, I will promote sustainable in tourism through hospitality management and the use of social media. Kinatuod ako, mahinabulla akong kirita magkakaurusa. Waray iba nga ungara, kundi ang progresohan nga tanan. Kay dinihan aton probinsya, tao iton una. Damo nga salamat.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Binibining number 15 from Llorente, Marie Jean Karatay Bacilod. She's 25 years old and she is a third-year Juris Doctor student. Muyi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. I'm excited to be in this competition once again, and I'm enjoying my journey in this competition.
You're a religious person. Number, please.
21.
21. Okay, 21. Your question. What is an old tradition, practice, or belief that you wish should be changed? Why? What is an old tradition, practice, or belief that you wish should be changed? Why?
One of the old traditions that I wish to change is that women shouldn't just be a housewife. I think that women should be able to pursue their career. I think that women should be able to pursue their dreams. I am a woman and I am pursuing my dreams to becoming a beauty queen. I have been subjected with a lot of hate and rude comments saying that I wasn't capable of becoming a beauty queen. But here I am now, a woman with a substance. So I'm saying to every woman who is listening as of right now, be bold, be brave, and be you. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Barijin Karatay Bacilod, nagsisiring, maupay nga gabi, haiyo nga tanan.
Thank you so much. Next we have Binibining number 16 from Taft, Kimberly Balios, and she's a fourth-year student taking up BS in Criminology. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Number 27.
Number 27. Okay, your question. In a loving relationship, which would you prefer to have? He loves you because he needs you, or he needs you because he loves you. Why? In a loving relationship, which would you prefer to have? He loves you because he needs you, or he needs you because he loves you. Why?
Good evening. In a loving relationship, I would prefer he loves me because he needs me. Because in love, when you're showing your love, it should be unconditionally. You should excuse me. In loving relationship, I would prefer he loves me because he needs me. Because in life, in a relationship, it is not all about giving love towards that person. It should be the feeling of being homes and having the relief of that there is someone who
there's someone you can be with at home when you go home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for our last batch of our Binibining, we have Binibining number 17 from Giwan, Micaela Romano. She's a graduate of BS in Tourism Management, and she loves to watch documentaries. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Number 19.
19. Your question. COVID-19 brought about the so-called new normal. Are you familiar with Queen Otmul? Si Queen Otmul, yung accused of stealing a cell phone, and he defended himself saying he did not steal it. Rather, he just found the cell phone on top of the cabinet of that store, so he took him. He took the cell phone. Okay? So yun si Queen Otmul, if you're not familiar. Okay, again. COVID-19 brought about the so-called new normal. As in the case of Queen Otlum, is this the new morality? Again, COVID-19 brought about the so-called new normal. As in the case of Queen Otlum, is this the new morality? Si Otlum, kinakusaran niya nga nakawatin cellphone. When he was caught, inexplain niya nga, wala niya kawata, kay itakawat ko no nasulod nangunguha. Nakadaahan, igbawhan cabinet, and cellphone, kinuha la niya. So, diri hiya nangawat. Is that the new morality?
Well, for me, no. Because I still do believe in honesty. That would be all. Thank you.
There you have it. Our